Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a rank sprint game in my Haida, going over the matchmaking. The enemy team has Colorado, Nagato, Fiji, Jervis, Akatsuki, and an enemy Haida. Of the enemy ships, Jervis is, not Jervis, Fiji's probably the um, biggest threat if his ship's able to catch me out. That AP is just so nasty on enemy DDs, or on destroyers in general. Um, I have the northern spawn position, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to push up here to CCAP. At the very least, I want to provide some spotting and vision for my team. And if possible, be able to cap CCAP. You can see some of the lighting issues why I started running some of the mods with to remove some of the glare and stuff off the maps. I'm pretty light sensitive, and maps like this, it just, I get really annoyed. I get a lot of eye strain on these maps, and it kills the number of games that I'm willing to play over the course of a day. So I I wasn't aware, but we had a patch again that broke my mods, so I need to go back in and re-download my mods yet again. So chat's important. You know, you get a DD that, you know, okay, he's saying he's gonna go to the weak flank, okay, and then you say, okay, don't die, and he's just like, well, no promises. That's a dead giveaway that you're over your skill level. If you feel that urge that I'm doing something that I may not be able to pull off, you probably shouldn't do it. You should probably just chill out a minute and do something different. Thankfully, this guy listens, and he just runs for it. And kudos to this guy. You recognize you're over your head. Um, I see so many players just keep trying to push it, and all it does is they die an early, ugly death that doesn't cost the enemy team anything, and that's the worst thing you can do. So I've pushed aggressively through CCAP. I've got a Lazo with me. Um, I see that there's an enemy Fiji trying to island camp, so I typically don't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push the 9 line, and I'm going to try to dig this guy out. I don't want him to be able to hold this position. Ideally I want to shove this guy and the rest of the enemy team down into the corner of this map. That's ideally what I want to do, and I'm going to try to do it with the vision and the guns from the Lazo to really drive home this guy needs to go away. I see that the Fiji's making a break for it now. That's great for me. I don't have to keep trying to skirt the island with my concealment. I can just cut straight south and just let the chase begin. Calling target on the Fiji because I know that there's shots right now that these battleships should be able to get some good damage into this Fiji. Unfortunately, they're missing.
Engine boost deactivated.
And I'm just gonna keep chasing. I mean, my Lazo's doing a pretty good job at chunking him down. I do think that he's starting to get a little too far away. I think that he should be pushing south. I know that ship has a really long gun range, but I kind of question the utility being that far out. If something were to pop up, a destroyer or something like that, I don't think your guns are flat enough or fast enough trajectory to be able to shoot DDs from, 15, 16, 17 kilometers. It's, I think that's mostly luck at that stage, and that's, to me, is usually a pretty good sign that if you're a cruiser player, you might be a little too far from your enemy or your friendly destroyers. So we've got a 2-cap advantage. I'm just gonna keep pushing south. Um, I can't really push this Fiji. I've got to assume he's got hydro. So I'm just trying to stay right where I think that he's at. So as soon as the Fiji leaves smoke, I'll be able to pick him up and detect him. And I'm just gonna do the old wrap around and try to back cap A cap. We are down a ship at this time, so losing a cap is it's gonna be rough. I was looking to see if I could torp the Fiji. I don't really know exactly where he's at in the smoke, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some torps out on this Nagato. Gonna start shooting this Fiji. We need to get this guy down. Now with IFHE on these guns can do pretty reliable damage against cruisers. I was detected, so just gonna slam on the brakes and let my gun bloom reset. There we go. Torps are gonna miss on the Nagato. I do have my smoke, and I'm preparing to use it where I can use the Gaja's spotting, so I can actually just shoot up this Nagato and do some really nice things there. Now, I do push in, I get detected, and I'm just gonna smoke up in the cap. It's, just getting aggressive, trying to deal damage, try to push this guy out of there. I don't want this guy sitting there camping right next to A cap because I'll never be able to cap it. It's just not gonna happen.
Engine boost deactivated.
I see the Nagatos turning out. My torps are almost up. I'm just calculating the Nagatos turning out, so I'm just torping back up into this area, just thinking that, if I was this Nagato, I probably want to sit here and try to make a blocking position either here or here to deny my team the ability to enter B cap. So here, just using my traveling smoke. I did have a pretty good guess on that Nagato. He ends up eating 2 torps. That's 2 floodings. He's still flooding. He's got a fire on him already. And I'm just being cautious here. I'm just going to keep hopping in and out of my smoke, spot the guy so I can take a shot or two, and then basically drop back off. I don't want to risk a bunch of HP trying to kill this guy, because I know that this game's going to be an uphill fight. We're still down a ship. Um, we just equalized that, but we're losing CCAP right now, and I'm not comfortable with our Colorado's position. I think he's gonna die too. Uh, and worse off, I've got a Haida that I'm guessing he's gonna be between me and B. So I'm gonna have to deal with him. Now the good news is I see that the Jervis and the Fiji, they are low. So I've got some opportunity here. Trying to tell this Colorado, just get back. There's no reason to push right now. You need to wait for support.
Engine boost
My
activated.
intention is to push in there as fast as I can, uh, but I see the Haida. He's got a decent amount of hit points, and you know it's just crying out to me. You know, go after that Haida. I wait till I'm behind the island to take shots at the Jervis, but I mean, he just torped my Colorado. Um, Colorado never should have poked the island like that. Uh, you just can't do those types of things against destroyers. Here, I do have Hydro up, so I'm actually just going to stop here uh, and just utilize my HP advantage just to chunk this Haida down. Getting kind of some interesting dispersion on a couple of these volleys. But there, I mean, you can see what Haida guns are about. Really high alpha for as fast as the reload is. Your fire chance is crap, but you know the alpha on your HE is really solid. It's one of the reasons why you typically run IFHE on it. Try to lock in that advantage you have in alpha over a lot of other ships. Here I was just seeing, can I spot that Fiji? If I do, you know, I'm gonna try to kill him. Instead, he's bowing into the island, and you know that's telling me that I need to push now. The enemy Akatsuki gets spotted. Unfortunately, he's almost full HP. I'm trying to tell this Gaja, dude, just get out of there. You're literally going into, potentially a 3v1 depending on where that Fiji's sitting. And then my Gaja detonates. He is able to take the Jervis with him, but I mean this isn't good. I'm detected by the Fiji, and it's one of those things. I'm just gonna push in here, rely on the fact that I don't think that this Akatsuki can really shoot me from that distance. Trying to keep the island between me and the Akatsuki. I'm waiting any moment in time that Fiji's gonna pop up.
torpedoes dead ahead.
There's his torps. And just with IFHE, just derping the shots right into, superstructure and upper belt, where I knew that they'd pin, that I wouldn't get any shatters or anything cute. It's just, good, solid, pinnable surface for my HE. I am gonna pop Hydro. I'm kind of questioning where this Akatsuki would be.
Torpedoes to starboard.
I see his torps there, and I'm guessing that he's actually gone to ACAP. Um, the discussion that I'm having in my head is, do I go up to CCAP, try to flip that? But if he just caps ACAP, I'm kind of hosed. So I decide, you know what? I'm gonna go see if I can cut this guy off, and I get detected right there. That's critical. That totally just clinched this. I do have Hydro as well up, and that's going to be all the advantage that I need right here.
Torpedoes to port.
There's the torps. Just make sure that I don't eat the torps. Just putting shots into this Akatsuki. Really rough game with the amount of effort it took to win this game. There's the Akatsuki. Again, the short range hydro. It's it's one of those things. If there's not radar, if there's not German hydro, it works great. Um, these types of things are amazing for it. This is a situation. This Akatsuki, he really should have just tried to play the capping game. He's faster than my ship, and he should have been able to get down there to A cap and cap it before I could interfere with him. Instead, he made the mistake of trying to pick a fight with me, and pretty much resulted in me giving me the opportunity to win the game. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Got a couple videos out with really good carries with the Bliska and now my Haida. Anyway, hope you guys have a good night. Let this one end out. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you later.